Gakpo. And it's Salah. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Diaz. Szoboszlai. Cleared without hesitation. It's Salah! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Diaz. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Still goalless at the moment. Now it's Bale. He's found a way through. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Robertson, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Robertson. And here's Gakpo, picked out brilliantly.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Kudus. Aimed beyond the defence.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Liverpool are looking to break at pace. Alexander-Arnold to McAllister. And here's Mohamed Salah. Great hit! It's loose now and they want to get it back. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. He's got away. He's played him through. Bale. Just too much on that. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Yeah, and despite the scoreline, it's clear who the better side is when it comes to chances. If this is the trend that's going to continue, then there's only going to be one winner here, and I don't think it's going to take too much improvement for it to happen.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Now it's Diaz. Diaz was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's Bale. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Caicedo. Big chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Szoboszlai. Gravenberch. Now it's Szoboszlai. Chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Szoboszlai. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. So what can they make of this? Alexander-Arnold.
Look, it's a run defence is dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Spread out to the left. Here's the ball in. Keeper's dealt with that.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Always onto this. Rodney. Great ball, and he's in here.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Nicely aimed pass. And time is up. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. How would you summarise what we've seen today then? Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. And he's played it back.
I would think that was the wisest choice.
Caught offside that time. Well, here he is, the epitome of athleticism and speed. That is Gareth Bale.
Yeah, simply one of the best left-sided attackers of his generation, Peter, with all the tools to improve any team. And then all that flair.
Yeah, it seems an age ago now, doesn't it, that he started his career down on the south coast as a left-back, of course.
Yeah, and when you think about left-back, usually poor attackers end up there, but he went on to do great things at the other end.
Akanji.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Al-Ghazi.
That was lovely, that.
In with a header! He will be livid with himself.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Tete. Caicedo. And Akanji. And it's slung out wide. Now, what about a counter-attack? Siopis. And here's Al-Ghazi. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Caicedo. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that's a key interception. And he's picked out the run. Alexander-Arnold. Caicedo. And Alexander-Arnold. And that's really well manoeuvred. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Has a go! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, he makes finishing look like a matter of fact. Why take extra touches?
Barcelona have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think that...
Great chance! He's got a goal! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, I think the coach will...
And the referee brings the first half to a close. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. Couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Bale going face-to-face with his great rival. Bale, oh, this is a terrific run. Siopis. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, great chance! And the ball is out of play. Bradley. Bale. Corner. Time then for the first substitution of the game. And that has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Bale. That's good play. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And he was quick to react. And that is as far as they're going to go. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. Played out towards the right wing. Al-Ghazi. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Kudus.
Barcelona showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
A hefty challenge, but fair enough.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
And a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Gets a good foot in there. That's at the end. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. How do you look back? Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. And already we're underway here. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Cody. The less said about that pass, the better. Caicedo. Akanji. And Caicedo. Forwards and with intent. Bradley. Back into the... Kudos! Sumare. And it's Ayew. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Tries a shot! And he's done it! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Leicester have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Oh, can he get onto this?
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
It's a good run down the right. Cleared without hesitation. Gives it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards. Barcelona certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
He's shifting. Up he goes! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Distributed tidily. Ayew. That's very neat. Ayu's still goes in for the header. Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Well, that's a move.
And there's the end of the first half. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times, they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And that should get the job done. Mavididi, look at the space here. Fires it in low.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
And he's managed to get free. And that's played in low.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
And he's had it nicked away. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He's picked his way through. Ayew. That's a good ball out wide. Very nicely done. Ayew. And he's there to retrieve it. Shot could be... Can he put it away?
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's been closed down first.
Alexander-Arnold. Real chance! And yes, it's there! It had to come! It just had to come! He had to have his say. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, his appreciation of space then was absolutely exceptional. A moving genius.
Barcelona grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, what a convincing response to going behind. They've got all the momentum now.
Oh, super ball! Shot a goal! And it's in! And they get themselves in front!
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Leicester go into the lead.
Oh, this is fully deserved for me because they've shown great heart and spirit. It's there to win from here, or, dare I say, throw it away now. Barcelona have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. And that will be the final act. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that some... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Aimed beyond the defence, out towards the flank. Pings in across. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Trent Alexander-Arnold has redefined the fullback role. I mean, his contributions attacking-wise can match up with some of the leading playmakers around. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone so productive in that role. Some of his cross-field passing is quite ridiculous.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Chong. Alexander-Arnold. That has been slung wide. Kudus. Alexander-Arnold going full steam ahead down the left flank.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, that is a nice touch. And he was quick to react. Moses. Distributed tidily. That has ended up in no man's land. Alexander-Arnold. Bale is onto it in a flash. He's in plenty of space here. Now that's well seen too. Caicedo. Alexander-Arnold. And no, that was never going to make it. Moses. Now it's Bale.
That was lovely, that.
Oh, they can break here. Out to the right.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
It'll be a throw-in. Stood up well to him there. Strong running down that left flank. And we hit half-time. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
Chance with a header! What a wonderful goal!
Well, what a time for the captain to step up and put his team in front again. But while it doesn't necessarily guarantee a win here, it's a wonderful early boost in this second half. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
A 1-0 lead established.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know,
Chong! Barcelona still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Good spot, he's seen the run.
oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Bradley has got himself a free kick. There could be trouble here, But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Ball is over the line. Bradley. And here's Bale. Caicedo. And the ball hits one! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And it's Moses. Moses has crossed into the middle. Pinches it off. Big chance! And again! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Kudus. Oh, what a... He's got the shot away! Really well taken goal. Barcelona are back in business. That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball and splendid authority in the finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner.
They've played it short. That's tidy. Moses. Oh, smashing header! Luton take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
And he's intervened well there.
Barcelona need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Brown. Chong. And time is up. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. It really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game. It looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. No, he refuses to take the bait. Oh, there's a probing ball. Alexander-Arnold.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And that was very necessary. There will be a throw-in. Marcondes.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Kudus stood his ground strongly. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And the shot! Goes long and straight. Stacey. Backward it goes. Oh, shooting chance! He's delivered all right!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Stacey. And that's really well manoeuvred. Hernandez. That's really nicely played. He rises! Decent enough try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target. Barcelona truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
That is good alertness. Marcondes looking understandably energised after his goal. Alexander-Arnold. Kudus. Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Akanji. And Caicedo. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break, 1-0.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Alexander-Arnold. Kudus. And that little bit of skill has got him away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, no joy this time. Bradley. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. And he's been shifted off it. Tries to thread one through. Akanji. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Tete. Engages and forces him off the ball. Stacey. He's gone forward. Marcondes. Now the finish! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. They've played it short. Has a go! Oh, there's the clearance. Barcelona have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Oh, what a climb! Oh, and that should have been two.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Moments left, barely that, to avoid a shock defeat now. Alexander-Arnold.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Now he's off and running. And that's it. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort at times. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Bernardo Silva. He's a real box of tricks, Peter, with a super first touch and a really nice, silky smooth dribbling style. He's also got an eye for a telling pass, and he's a more than decent finisher too. What we don't usually comment on is his phenomenal work rate, and that will be a standout for this team over the course, I can assure you.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Gundogan. And it's Kovacic. And here's Haaland.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Bradley. Akanji. Bale is herring after that one. Bradley. Bale. And he won't reach that. Grealish. And they've switched it over to the other side. Now Gundogan. Kovacic. And here's Haaland. That's a fabulous ball. He's had a hit!
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And it's Bale. He's got away. That's a sharp pass. And that is expertly dealt with. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Kudus. Bale. It's Bale! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Barcelona have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Kudus. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Lewis. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. He is just caressing the ball. Well seen, saw that. And the first half is done. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Barcelona head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Barcelona are still that goal to the good. Lewis. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Crossed into the middle. Tete clears.
That's what has to be done now. No question about it.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Haaland. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold powering forward here. Alexander-Arnold. Barcelona leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Lewis. Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Rodney. And Bradley. Moved on forwards. Bradley. Now it's Bale. He has found the way through.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Kovacic. And here's Bernardo Silva. No, there's no getting past him. It's really well defended.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Haaland, great hit! They've scored! Dying minutes, and we're all square again.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
All square again into the dying minutes.
It just goes to show you what determination.
And that is that. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here. Distributed tidily. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Bale going face-to-face with his great rival. Caicedo. Bale. Caicedo. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That's been drilled forward. Moore. Rexaki. And he's had a hit! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Alexander-Arnold. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Barcelona are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Bradley. And Caicedo. Tete. And Akanji. Spread out to the left. Raksaki. Suta. Davis. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Kudus. That has been slung wide.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Tete. Passing is crisp and sharp. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Kudus tries to dink it through, and he's cut it out. Robinson. Now he's off and running. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Tries to get it clear. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, they look lost for ideas and lacking in talent, which all contributes to a chronic case of impotence.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. So neither side has yet broken through.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
Alexander-Arnold goes looking wide. Ball's gone out of play. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. That's a good ball out wide. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, they've got to deny him time and space, and that's one way of ensuring it.
Gilchrist. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
Out to the left it goes. Akanji getting this one clear. Bale. And he was quick to react. Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here. Oh, a delicate chip through.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now. That's going in strongly.
Goes down, but nothing given. Still no sign of a breakthrough, which comes as quite a surprise if you consider the gulf in quality between the two teams. He's had a hit! Really well taken goal. And late in the day, a telling moment.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you ought to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's been their hard work that has got him this lead, but I just wonder whether they can keep it up. This may take a toll now.
No, he's just misjudged that one. Davis. Looking for the runner. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. He gets big! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Kudus, foot in. Oh, can he get onto this? Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, it's hard to see past the giant Dutchman, Joshua Zirkzee. Okay, you can tell he's not the quickest. He's not going to run behind the fences too often. So his game is pretty much all about bringing others into play. Just
chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Bale goes short. Tries the cutback. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Kudus. Alexander-Arnold. Look, big chance! Hits off target and by quite a way. So we're still where we started right now. Has a look and place it forward. Alexander-Arnold. And Akanji. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold. Kudus! Diogo Dalot. Strokes it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Back into the middle. Oh, he's in! Oh, shooting chance! Just not quite happening for him just now.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Malacia. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That's a good ball out wide. He's in, surely! Shot a goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Martinez. Now Menu. Malacia. Oh, that's delightful. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless. So your views on the first half?
Barcelona have been playing relatively well from what I've witnessed. Good movement, and the ball retention has been quite strong, and it's led to a few chances. It's just that cutting edge that's lacking at the moment, and it's fixable.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And we are already promptly back underway.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
That'll be a throw-in. Alexander-Arnold. Up he goes! That's going to go a long way. Oh, the ball's run loose here. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. He is through here. In towards the back stick.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that.
He's had a hit! They've done it! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs!
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Ugarte. Diogo Dalot. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Passing is crisp and sharp.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Son Heung-min. Brilliantly cut out.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Diallo stood his ground strongly.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Bale. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Bruno Fernandes. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Bradley makes the interception. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. And already we're underway here. Hits one! Goal! Barcelona! The ideal start!
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire. But how about the pass? Just wonderful. Loved it.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Swung over into the middle. Great chance!
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
Oh, that pass isn't the best.
That's really good energy, Peter, the way they defend from the front.
Rodrigo Muniz. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Alexander-Arnold. And Bradley. Bale. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Yet another interesting duel, this.
Played into space out wide, and he's certainly onside here. Kudus! They've done it! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
And yes, it's him again. Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, that's fabulous. And the kudos! Wilson. Now, that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific. Terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Kearney. Now it's Wilson. Rodrigo Muniz. He's got away. Kudus. And he's quick to get it clear again. Referee's given a throw. Oh, nice touch. Backward it goes. Alexander-Arnold. Real chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
They've played it short. Now it's Bale. Bale is flagged offside. And there's the end of the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Barcelona sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. So we're just settling back into this second half. So both teams emerge the same as they were before the break. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Distributed tidily. Robinson. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Kearney. Here's Berger. King. And the flag has stayed down. Tries the cut back. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Kudus being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Caicedo. And he's had it nicked away. And now the breakaway. Wilson. Now Castagna. That'll be a throw. Tete gets across to intercept that. Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here. And it's Bale. Oh, that's a nice ball. No, he's had it taken off him. Kearney. Smith Rowe. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, perfectly measured that. There's the hit! And again! And more, and more, and more! And they are pulling clear here. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
A case now of complete control. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Looking for the run. Roll! Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Smith Rowe, shot at goal! Kudus, whose purpose now is to complete a hat-trick. Now it's Iwobi. Castagna. That is good strength. Smith Rowe. And the shot! Loose ball. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. They've scored! And they are right back within touch. Some heroic. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. That's a nicely weighted... Oh, what a climb! He's delivered all right!
Can you think of a better way to have started this game? Talk about how to stamp your authority on things. You've just seen it.
What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Leicester make the perfect start. He's got the shot away! No mistake! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Leicester are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Mavididi. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. And it's Bale. He's picked his way through. There's the hit! It's in! And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Aimed beyond the defence. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Skip wins the duel this time. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here.
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Played out towards the right wing. He's had a hit! And he's really put himself on the line here. And it's been taken short. Bradley. Decent hit! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Sumare. Mavididi. Mavididi. Oh, well played. Barcelona are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Oh, that's fabulous. And he's picked out the run. Kudos! And that is wildly off target.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Sumare. Mavididi. And it's Vardy. And here's Vardy. And Vardy! And that certainly packed a punch. Big header! Decent enough try. They've played it short. Justin. And there's the end of the first half. So half-time, no shortage of action and talking points at both ends of the field. 3 goals to light up the crowd, and a fair reflection of the territorial state of play with the half-time scoreline 2-1. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
And we are back on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Delivers across, and the keeper beats it away. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Barcelona really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. It's an early cross.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Ayew looking to run onto it. Alexander-Arnold. Kudus. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, they've got to deny him time and space, and
Bale! Oh, taken with style. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, they're back on level terms, so the guessing game goes on. As to what will happen from here, I've no idea. Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Looking for the runner. Bale. He is through here. It's Bale!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Alexander-Arnold.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Rodney. He's looking to set free a runner. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A good watch, more than a good watch, actually. Certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied.
कर रही है यार इसको संभालो पता पाया पता करिए यार कान यार बिखरी रहा आगे का भागा सब